Joking?
Get out of here.
Hallmark?
You fucking...
Yeah, it's not true.
He's
Hallmark?
lying.
Really? No.
Jesus.
I know.
You try to make a point. All right. Goodbye. Jesus.
Why?
You try to have a discussion and make a point, and you get an idiot like that. God.
I don't even mind his joke. It was just, what's he going to contribute?
What are you doing?
Hallmark makes me sick.
There was no reason for that guy to apologize, to say that we have to be sensitive to these things.
Fuck Walgreens.
Yeah.
Why
Walgreens.
Why is a company afraid of the incorrect charge of racism? Why don't you just deal with it the way you would deal with the incorrect charge of tax evasion or the incorrect charge of anything else?
Right.
Just say that it's not true.
Yep.
And let the fucking audio speak for itself. It doesn't sound like black whores.
So if a black person came into Walgreens and wanted a refund for something, obviously not bought in that establishment, would they give them a refund? They're wrong. Would they do that? Is that it? You're just afraid of any confrontation? Give me a fucking break.
Are black people that, and I don't think are black people really that unreasonable or irrational that you really hear that and you think, do you really legitimately think that Hallmark as a company said, let's put out a card that says black whores. Let's do that to really go after the jigs. Do you really think that Hallmark as a corporation, they're the biggest fucking conservative nerd company on the... Hallmark presents every fucking boring show you ever watched was sponsored by them.
It's horrible.
I mean, come on. Doesn't make it's stupid.
Give me a break. They were wrong. The NAACP was completely wrong on this. You had an ignorant woman talking about a subject she had no knowledge of. And that's why she got upset. She couldn't put it in another context because she had no understanding of a black hole.
They gave her a lot of power. They allowed her to just spew that crap without even challenging her. So,
well, is the news
stupid?
By the way, is the news? I'd love to see if the media is mocking these people the way they're mocking the Tea Partiers.
No, absolutely not. They're taking it as a very serious fucking story.
Hallmark on the hot seat today.
Yeah, we got news
for a racist card.
We got other news reports, or is just that one?
I just saw that one.
I think that was local news thing.
That was the first one to report. I think everybody else is picking it up from them.
It's amazing how they fucking make fun.
They're picking. Is any of them going to call this lady out? They're all going to just pick up on the same crap.
It's disgusting.
The news sucks.
What a fucking doomed nation we are. We're doomed.
You protest higher taxes, you're called a racist. The media overtly mocked Tea Party protesters. The NAACP. This horse shit.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't fucking dare
call them out.
Mock the NAACP.
Call them out, mock them. They are so absolutely wrong that anyone can say it. Yet they present this as Hallmark pulling a racist card because the NAACP has dubbed it racist. That just is amazing to me.
That's why I think that most white people charged with racism are. Because it's, again, they're afraid of exposure. Instead of, why would you, if they said to Hallmark, that guy, you're a pedophile, he would scream, no, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
He would scream it.
No.
He would never buckle to that.
He actually said we have to look for things. Do we have his quote anywhere? Because I want to hear what that dumb Hallmark ass said again.
I would like to hear
He did say we have to be sensitive to these things. There's nothing to be sensitive about. Oh, God, it's infuriating. Stuff like this is absolutely infuriating because it goes a lot deeper than just this one instance.
I blame the company more than NAACP because, again...
I blame them both. I blame them for being so fucking stupid and myopic with their racism, throwing out that fucking word every 2 seconds. And I blame idiots like this for never calling them out on it. That's why they go around with impunity and call out greeting cards, because no one fucking ever calls them on shit.
And that the NAACP, just nobody in that organization is smart enough to go, let's think for a minute. Why would Hallmark mock blackness?
It's just a knee-jerk, let's get on the fucking news, let's call them out. All right, here's the representative from Hallmark.
Hallmark, reached by phone, says it is all a misunderstanding. The card's theme is the solar system, and the power of the grad to take over the universe, even energy-absorbing black holes.
The intent here is to say this graduate's not afraid of anything.
But that is not what was heard here.
And you hear the R in there, which is not whores and not holes. The R is in there.
Hallmark sent us this transcript, but Minnie Hatley says the actual audio raises questions.
It sounds like a group of children laughing and joking about blackness.
Oh, you
again.
dumb cunt.
Hallmark is now notifying all its stores to pull the card.
Of course.
Walgreens and CVS are doing the same.
Why, man? You'll
The
sell
card
out of
user
these
says
cards
the card
now.
has been out for 3 years. This is the first time they've
3 years,
received
no one
a
even-
complaint.
In any situation where there is a circumstance that we need to be sensitive to, we try to learn from that experience.
Can we get
The
Steve Doyle on the
NAACP says
phone?
their message is the NAACP says their message. The
I like it. It's like a rap song.
But that woman, the irrational nature of that, Hallmark, just despicable. First time they've received a complaint in 3 years. Somebody misunderstands something and these fucking faggots pull the card?
Yeah.
What a faggot company.
Just grab another Hallmark card, and then me and you, we will accuse them. The Opie and Anthony show will accuse Hallmark of putting
Sexism
out
or something.
Some kind of. So we'll pick
Something
some
ism.
subject ism, and see if they pull the card. Hey, look at this. They would say, no, you made a mistake. Oh, really? Did we?
The only way to stop this type of stuff from happening is for there to be a public pushback, but there never is.
No,
there
there's not.
never is. People aren't going to stop buying Hallmark cards to protest the fucking the sucking the dick of the NAACP.
No.
They're not going to.
Hallmark guy was just trying to calm everyone down.
He's sickening.
I know, it's stupid.
Just be honest.
He made a
and
good
say,
point, and then he
look,
had to go too far and try to just calm everyone
say
down.
there's
We'll
no
learn from
reason.
this.
There was no point.
reason.
There's no reason to learn.
Yeah, they did nothing wrong.
Learn what? What do they learn? The fact that you can be pushed around by the NAACP, regardless of if you're right or wrong or have done anything, that you'll absolutely accept the label of a racist based on a mistake that an ignorant son of a bitch made because they had no clue what they were talking about?
All right, we got a black woman. She wants in. Leslie, North Carolina.
Hi.
Hello.
As a black woman, what are you thinking?
I,
Do you know what a black hole is, by the way?
yeah,
Okay.
Of course.
I'm educated.
It seems like the
Very
lady in
good.
that news piece did not know what a
Yeah.
black hole was.
It's in space.
There you go.
Everything doesn't deal with sex.
Right.
Someone says something.
So what do you
Most
got
of
on
the
this? You
time-
called the show. Come on.
I know. Well, most of the time when I listen to you every day, and sometimes, Anthony, you do have some off-the-wall things to say. Like at Halloween when the little black kids took all the candy.
Well, they did.
And I would never allow my child to do something like that. And
See?
I think
Because you're
that-
parenting. You're doing some parenting. That's nice.
I think that there's there's more of a smaller group of people who do parent their children as black people, and the ones who don't make the ones who are trying look very bad.
What do you have on this story? What do you think about like this type of an incorrect?
I think they are taking the whole race thing out of control.
Yeah.
If you don't act like an N-word, you won't be treated like the N-word.
But this
Nah, but
this is the organization that is the premier representation for Black America, the NAACP, and they
Not
are
a
obviously
premier representation for me.
well, they are known as the end-all, do-all organization for Black people. Whenever there's a problem, an injustice, some kind of racism, the NAACP steps in. And they've made a mistake. And Whitey over there at Hallmark just buckled under.
They're idiots. They need to stand up.
How come
Yeah.
Leslie? Why do black people not speak? And again, I know the NAACP has been a really important organization for black people, and they're not going to just shit all over it because of the occasional misfire. But when something like this happens, why don't black people complain about it and go, "That's nonsense"?
Yeah.
Well, I'm complaining about it.
Okay.
I mean, in general, of course you are.
I think it's a crock of bull. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I think it's a crock of bull. You played the card, and I listened, and I heard holes. I didn't hear whore. I didn't hear those. I heard an L. There is an L in there.
Of course there is.
Making fun of blackness. That woman just annoyed me.
And I don't know. Actually, I was kind of shocked that I got in, but so I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's all right. You did all right. All right. Thank you, Leslie. All right. Well, there you go. Maybe we could get the Hallmark guy.
That is enraging. Steve, let's try to talk to him because I want to know what the thinking is when you've done nothing wrong.
Nothing.
Like doing mattresses or something that were released at one. Remember there was mattress tags that said nigger on them? Or there was something obviously had been done on purpose that was really racist.
Yeah.
That's one thing. That's all right. That's there, and it's meant to be
Occasionally you'll
there.
get a disgruntled worker that will fuck around and do something, and that's got to be pulled. But in this instance, they are wrong. They're wrong. They should have been called out as being wrong.
And it's like people just don't talk honestly about race. It's embarrassing.
No. But they're petrified. Petrified of being called the R word. Oh, God, enough. Don't worry about it so much. And it really is freeing. You're able to actually speak your fucking mind. People that get the label racist for no reason, for not being a racist, are people that are open and honest. I'm not talking about true racists.
Right.
There are true racists out there that are just
out there in here.
In here, out there, just full of hate and whatever that is. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of people that are dubbed racist aren't racist. They're speaking their minds, and the only way to fight back at that is to try to put that racist label on them. Because how else are you going to argue the point that you're wrong? Like if we step forward to the NAACP and said, you're wrong, this card is not racist, they'd look at you and immediately label you a racist.
And then you could look at them and go, you are embarrassingly irrelevant. If you're holding public mock funerals, targeting Imus, and targeting a fucking a greeting card, which is obviously not what you're saying it is.
Right.
Like why can't any organization realize, hey, we've made a mistake? Are you really afraid that all your hard work over the years is going to go down the toilet if you admit that you reacted improperly once in a while? Jesus fucking Christ.
That someone jumped the gun, and upon further investigation, we looked into it and saw that there was nothing wrong. We apologized to Hallmark.
But that woman, that dumb woman holding that card, it's mocking blackness. That woman, if you sat her down and said, do you really think that Hallmark would do that? She would go, yeah.
Yes.
And then you'd have nothing to say to her.
We have seen this before in the past with other things. Yeah, okay. Yeah, have you?
The only thing you can do is just address that mentality with disgust.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
There it is.
Throw your labels around.
Why don't we take a break, and we'll get into some other things
Irrigating.
next. We got an old interview from David Lee Roth, 1981. Completely changes gears, I know. But how he explains the music of Van Halen, it's really, really douchey.
Who was this done by?
Huh? It's an old Entertainment Tonight interview when Van Halen...
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
We're back!
Oh, better than ever?
We're better than ever. We're back!
Why is he singing We're Black and better than ever?
Yeah.
We were always better. Why sing it now? Right.
What do you think? You want to do it or what?
Oh, hell yeah.
A little different than what we're talking about, but what the hell?
Boozy bop.
All right, we'll do an old interview from David Lee Roth, 1981 next. Stay there.
We've been away for a long, 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 long time. We've been through changes. We've played some games. The more things change, the more things stay the same. We're a little bit older, but we ain't much wiser. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. We're back. Together forever. We're back. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. We're back. Together forever. We're
We're not going to go to break. We got a teacher on the line. Getting back to the Hallmark situation. Teacher wants to talk about how the card affects kids. Chris, Long Island, what do you got on this?
Hey, fellas, how are you doing? Happy birthday, Uncle Paul.
Hi, Chris.
Listen, I teach in an area right around where you guys grew up, really close to you. Every time something like this comes up, all you hear the kids echoing what the adults say. You always hear the kids say, "Oh, you a racist. Oh, you this, you that." And it's setting the example, and they're always calling people ignorant. They're calling their teachers ignorant. They're calling their teachers racist. When I try to do the best I can to really show both sides, regardless of what my opinion is, it's just setting a terrible example. I mean, they don't know what they're saying, but it's being modeled for them, so they're repeating it.
So you mean not the card's a bad example? You mean the idiotic reaction of the parents and NAACP?
Oh yeah, completely.
Okay.
Because kids see this, and they don't know better.
Right.
So you can't blame the kids. You got to blame the adults. But it's really creating a generation here that it's a lot of finger pointing.
It's perpetuating what's been going on for years, believe me.
But it's also like you're a racist has just become another angle to win an argument.
Yep.
That's all it is. It's another angle to get leverage or gain ground as opposed to it being used when there's really something racist happening.
That's why I don't accept it. That's why I don't accept the term whenever it's thrown around, especially in my direction. I don't accept being called a racist. Go fuck yourself.
When I'm in a classroom, I teach a social studies class and I teach a criminal justice class. Why should I have to feel awkward when I'm a white guy?
Yes.
Why should I have to feel awkward about when I'm in criminal justice and I'm talking about racial profiling, or I'm talking about if we're talking about civil rights, and I have to show certain pictures, and there's some things I can't show and some things I can show. Why should I have to feel awkward about that?
Yeah, you're walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
I don't see why it should happen. I'm like we're forced to show the Obama inauguration speech. I was never forced to show any other inauguration speech.
It's like
Wow. Teachers are just in
and you're not allowed
really
to talk about the
fucked situation.
validity of racial profiling either.
You got a tough job there, Chris, on Long Island.
Yeah.
Steve Doyle, hold on one sec. Steve Doyle will not come on air. Whatever was on TV, something press is all he had to say.
Okay.
I can't read your writing.
So the coward said what the coward had to say.
You actually got him?
Yeah, I just talked to him.
And what did he say?
He said, whatever you've read in the press, whatever statements
What
have
a
been made
fucking
in the
coward.
press is all I'm going to say on the matter. I said, okay, well, look, if I go to my guys and they have another question, would you be amenable to talking to me off the air again? So it's basically, he won't come on the air directly. And the language he used was the very antiseptic language that was used.
Of course.
He's just trying to calm everyone down.
Sending out a statement and a greeting card later.
Well, you know what? If people are bothered, not by Hallmark yanking the card because you care about the card, but by another company buckling to a false charge of racism.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lie. And they buckled to it. So if people are tired, you shouldn't buy Hallmark cards. And you should call and tell them, we're tired of this knee-jerk reactionary garbage being treated as if it's valid.
We got Dan in Canada. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
He works for Hallmark. Dan,
Canada.
can you really add to this or what?
Well, I just want to got to defend the company a little.
Loads the trucks.
Amy. I mean, it's so easy to just pull a card. It takes 2 seconds, and it's.
But that's called buckling, man.
Yeah, but it's the fucking thing, the ideology behind
It's the
pulling the
principle
card.
of it.
It's the principle of it. It's then adding ammunition to the next time someone makes a dumb knee-jerk reaction that has no validity to it, to then have the other company do the easy thing. How about the head,
power.
the spokesperson for
By
Hallmark
doing that.
calls them out and says, "No, you're wrong. We're not pulling this."
So what you're saying is, it's a business. They're out to make money, not change the world. So if this just shuts everybody up and they can continue to make money, it's worth it.
No, I wouldn't put it in those words, Jimmy.
Well,
Kind of like you're putting words in my mouth.
Well, no, I'm asking you what your
Dick in
intent
your
is.
mouth.
Yeah, you say it yourself. My apologies. You say it.
Yeah, Jimmy that was a question more than a statement by Jimmy. He was asking you.
Yeah, go ahead. Your words.
No, absolutely. But I'm just saying, I don't really think that Hallmark is the company that's going to make this stand. And I'd love to see the company that does, but with
no kidding.
The mission that Hallmark has with social expression, this isn't exactly something that's going to be top of the list for us to do. And
Wait, their mission is social expression?
well, I haven't got it in front of me, but that's one of the main things we do.
Well, they didn't have a problem with the card for 3 years.
Now, this is Steve
that
Doyle
point
quote
should be-
about this.
That's what he said.
He said, we spent 100 years bringing people together. Why would we intentionally try to push them apart? That's a great quote, and that's what he should have said
Yes.
and left the card on the shelves.
Yep. Without a doubt.
So
I'm just a sales guy, so of course.
I'm just saying, your CEO or whoever he is a coward, and is to me, he's almost saying that the charges of racism are accurate by yanking the card.
You can look at it that way. Last thing I would think is that we've got a line of cards called Mahogany that's specifically for African.
Of course you do. Of
A
course.
line of cards called Mahogany.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because black people need their own cards. They don't want to see white people all the time on cards. I do get that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
I usually buy those for my mom.
As a
and
goof,
stuff.
so do I.
Yeah, I buy those.
All white people
cards.
do. We all do.
We
it.
all think it's funny to
we don't know
buy
how to
from the ebony line.
We don't know how to say I love you for real, so we buy black people saying it. We're like, I'm just kidding to my girlfriend.
Look.
All right, Dan, thank you.
But that's good.
Yeah.
Right. Like they put out a mahogany line so black people have cards that they don't always have to have like little smiling white faces on them.
Yeah.
And still, the NAACP would be fucking stupid enough.
Yeah.
To take on this
Oh,
one.
fuck
To
them.
think that they're doing something like that.
Ugh.
All right, we said it. Let's take a break. We'll continue in just a bit.